Hello, everyone, and welcome. I'm Connie Douglas from Great Stamping with Connie. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Ontario, Canada, and I would like to welcome you to CraftSpot. If you're a regular of CraftSpot, you know that usually I do this on Wednesday afternoons, and this is not Wednesday. We are further through the week. We are closer to the weekend than that. It is, in fact, Thursday. So my apologies for not being able to go live yesterday. Hopefully you saw my post if you were looking for me to be live. My day went a little bit sideways, and what was supposed to happen in the morning didn't, and what was going to happen in the afternoon got moved to later in the day. And it was one of those days. But anyway, it's all good. And I did say yesterday that I would come and do this today. So here we are, and I'm happy to be here and excited to share a project with you today, maybe even a couple projects. So thank you. Thank you for your patience, and thank you for coming back today to check this all out. Okay, for those of you in Canada, you're probably getting ready for our long Thanksgiving weekend. This is Canadian Thanksgiving coming up this weekend, and it is very much fall. I am back at the cottage. You might detect that from my background here. This is the Cottage Craft Studio. And yeah, the nights are chilly. We get the fire going, and it's very fall kind of feeling when you have the fire on at night. Now, well, I mean, it's nice and toasty warm inside, but definitely fall. Yes. Anyway, what do I have to share with you? The big one, my big project right now, or my big heart project. This is coming from my heart and out to you is my call, my request, my plea, my whatever. I am looking for your help. I would like to donate craft kits to Barry's Toy Mountain. Our craft kits are great for lots of different age groups, but they are wonderful for that 9, 10, 12, 14, 15, 16 age group that is so difficult to buy for at Christmas time. What do you get them? What do they want? What will feed them in a way that perhaps some of their everyday life doesn't provide? Craft kits. Craft kits feed your soul. I am convinced that giving the gift of crafting gives people a lifelong gift. And I've said that for many, many years as a Girl Guide leader. When we do crafts with the kids at camp or at our meetings, and they love it, and they see what they can do, what they can create, what they can build, what they can construct, whatever they can do with their hands using all their creativity and everything. That's a gift, and it's a gift that has served me well through some stressful times in my life. And I think it's those two things that make me so convinced that the gift of crafting is a true lifelong gift that we give to people. So I'm asking for your help. I would love to have you donate to my cause to help me buy craft kits. I'm asking for $30, but really anything at all that you could manage to contribute would be greatly appreciated. And I have an email that's just going out. If you're on my mailing list, you will get that. I've been posting it on social media, and if you can't find it, please reach out to me. What I will do is I am going to buy craft kits at the end of this month. They are on sale this month, so all of our dollars will go a little bit further. And then I'm also going to include all of my commission from the sale of those craft kits. I'm going to pour that back into this so that hopefully we can gather up a mountain of craft kits, and I will take those all to Barry's Toy Mountain so that we can brighten the Christmas for a whole bunch of people, hopefully. So looking for your help, and if you can help in any way, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I truly appreciate it. Okay, shall we do some crafting? Let's head down here. As usual, I am featuring one stamp set this week, and it is the Autumn to Remember stamp set. oops, sorry, a little bit of glare going on there. Let me, there, that's a little bit better, isn't it? So this coordinates with one of our new scrapbooking kits. But it would be great for scrapbooking, but it's great for card making too. So today I'm going to do some card making with it. I love it. I've used this one a whole lot. I've used the Maple Leaf a lot, but now I'm starting to use all these others quite a bit as well. So this is what I'm featuring this week. If you saw my Monday motivation on Monday morning, I used this as well. And today I am doing a second card that I'm going to share with you. It looks like this. And if you would like to have a craft kit to create all three of the cards that I share this week, all you have to do is go to my online store, place an order for anything you would like using this host code, and I will send you the craft kit to make all three cards absolutely free. A minimum $40 order for that. If your order is over $75, I will send you the craft kit as well as a package of gems. Okay, so jot down that host code, head over to my online store. As I say, order anything you wish, and then I will send you these gifts along with my gratitude. Okay, so look, I even brought envelopes. I have a second one somewhere. Oh, here's the second one. So this envelope goes with this look I've decorated, and oh, inside. I know. Don't expect this kind of organization all the time, okay? I can't make that promise, but I do have an envelope here for this one for today. So, have you been oohing and awing this fun autumn designer series paper? And then you're going, I looked online, I didn't see that. Where is that? What's that called? What's that from? This is called specialty paper, unique to moi, because I made this. And you can make it too. Yours could be similar, but it would not be identical because every time you make it, it's slightly different, right? So, I'm just sort of getting things set up here while I chat. And oh, I forgot to get my pecan pie ink out. So let me just grab that, and then I will go over all of the bits and pieces that we are using here. So I think this is pecan pie, yes. Okay, so I am using, this is Very Vanilla, and you could do it with basic white. I just thought I'd soften it a little bit with a piece of Very Vanilla, and that's the only reason I chose that. Just to be different. Gosh, this paper is really messy. Do I have any cleaner paper around? I should have grabbed a clean scrap of paper. Let me just see what I have here, if I have anything. Oh, yes, I do. Okay, let me just see if I can get a piece out of here. Why is it that your fingers are always they're not sticky enough to grab anything when you are trying to get something. Okay. I have some old. This is vintage computer paper. Ooh, this is ancient and it's all faded, and that's okay. But it will make good scrap paper. Okay, so a piece of Very Vanilla cardstock, and then I have a number of stamps from that Autumn to Remember stamp set, and I am using pumpkin pie, crushed curry. Whoops, I am scooching everything around. Pecan pie, cherry cobbler, and mossy meadow. Okay, to create our paper. Now, whenever we do this, if you've done this with me before, you may recall that I always recommend you start with your largest stamp. Just because it's easier, much easier to fit the smaller stamps in around the larger one. Oh, here's my kitten. Hey, Felix, what's up? You can come and sit here with me. Cats go a little bit wonky, it seems, when I'm not here. And when I came up last night, they were all over me. And the little guy has been following me everywhere all day. And he's not usually that affectionate with me, but he seems to have just woken up from his full afternoon, full on nap. And now he's looking for me. So anyway, so I am just stamping this randomly all over the place. A little extra ink on the edge of my stamp there. And I just did it again. So we'll just hope that that I don't drop the stamp. It doesn't really matter. So, oh, little bit of over inking there, but that's okay. You won't notice by the time we get everything in there, it will all be fine. Okay, now just going to set this up here. I'm going to close this for now. I may need to come back and use a little bit more, but I'm not sure. So we'll be safe. Okay, I'm going to come in with the cherry cobbler. And add some of these. Can you see the, let me hold this up. So this is sort of darker on one side and lighter on the other and very textural. That's all built in to the stamp. That's not me and my skill or anything. That is just, these are called distinctive stamps, and they are fabulous because they have all this interest and texture and everything just right in the stamp. However it's manufactured, it just does it all automatically for you. So that is excellent. Tiny bit there. I actually really like that, just with the the cherry cobbler and the mossy meadow, but we're going to add some more colors. It's not entirely fall. It's almost a Christmas sort of look right now, but this is not a Christmas card, so let's move on, shall we? Okay, come in next with the crushed curry. And you'll see I'm just kind of going next to other things that I've stamped. Things are touching, things are crossing. That's all fine. You can make this paper as tight knit with images, or you can leave more gaps, whatever you wish. There's no right or wrong when you do this. Am I out of camera? Oh, I'm down a little bit low, aren't I? Apologies there. Oh, and you know what else? I didn't even look. I didn't even get us up on this other device here. Come on, you can do it. There we go. Just in case there's somebody watching and somebody commenting, and I'm not ignoring you. Well, I was ignoring you. So apologies for that. But there we go. Okay. Be able to see what's going on now. These are wonderful fall colors. Rich, almost sort of jewel tone like. Just deep harvest kind of colors. Okay, I'm probably going to have to come back with something because my stamps are getting very small at this point, and I still have I have quite a bit of very vanilla space, but let's keep going with each color for now, and we'll see what we come back with after. We'll fill in. I love making my own designer series paper. It's just, I think it's fun, and every sheet is unique. This one is not going to look exactly like the one on the card that I showed you at the beginning, because they are all different and completely unique, because this is all very random. It's what makes it so much fun. You can put anything anywhere. Okay. Put some upside down leaves in here, fill in a few more gaps. Pick up a little bit of this space. So I only have the acorn left, and he's quite tiny. So we'll just see where we go with that. He does have a stem on it, though, so that takes up a little bit more space. Oh. Again, gosh, I'm moving too quickly. Is everybody planning turkey for the weekend, or I think turkey's probably the most popular at this time, but I know some people do ham, some people do roast beef. For our family, it's turkey, full-on turkey dinner with the dressing and the sausage meat and all the fixins. So here we go. What do we think? We like it? I think it'll work. Some of it will get covered up by the rest of the card anyway, so there we go. That's what we have. I didn't mention at the beginning, but this cardstock I cut 5.5 by 4.25, so it is full card front size, and I did that because we tend to stamp a little differently at the edge of our paper. So what I'm going to do next is just trim 1/4 of an inch off of all 4 sides here, because I want it to be 5 by 3 3/4. So this way, take a little bit off of every side, and then it will, I just find it gives you the more sort of random edges, as opposed to, oh, yes, well, when you stamped that, you knew you were getting close to the edge, so you stamped it differently, kind of thing. I don't know, maybe you don't do that. Maybe that's a me thing, but see, to me now, that just looks more polished. It looks more similar. So that's how I like to do it. In your card kit, you will get 5.5 by 4.25, and you can leave it that size and do a full card front. You could trim it down a little, you could trim it down a lot, whatever you wish. So there's, can you see my two different things? So this cherry cobbler ink pad at home was juicier than this cherry cobbler ink pad at the cottage. And look at that. So you see the texture a little bit more here. So if you have super juicy ink pads, you may wish to, I use a plastic spoon and I just sort of push the ink out to the edges a little bit, and then you will get a little better texture in your stamping. Okay. Where somewhere in here, where did I put the rest of the ingredients for the card? Oh. Okay, well, oh, there we go. And I just threw it on the floor. So, oh, Just give me a minute. I have to get down to the floor level here because I dropped that. And I need that. I need that for my next stamp, don't I? Okay, where is, here we go. So also from the same stamp set, I should probably put this underneath because I think my stamp might be a little bit larger than my circle here. This is a stylish shape die cut and it's just a little bit over 2 inches. It's just ever so slightly smaller than this stamp, so that stamp goes off the edge just slightly. And that's okay. There we go. Okay. Now, the sentiment you may have noticed on this card. So I stamped Bountiful Blessings with Lost Lagoon on my very vanilla cardstock, and then I fussy cut around it. And then I glued it to a piece of Lost Lagoon cardstock, and I fussy cut around it again. You impressed? Double fussy cutting. Anyway, I didn't think you would mind if I went ahead and did that, and you didn't have to watch me do that. So I have the sentiment pieces ready to go for this second card, and you don't have to watch me do that. But that's what I did. Stamp and fussy cut, and then glue that onto your frame piece and fussy cut a second time. Hi, Lorna. Welcome. Thanks so much for stopping by. Making autumn cards this week and enjoying this. Actually, looking out my window here at the craft studio, looking across the lake, it looks very much like this. Not too many reds this year, though. Not as much of the cherry cobbler out there. It's more the oranges and burnt orange, almost like a Cajun craze as opposed to a red. But anyway, it's a little bit of my view across the lake. Still some green over there, and there's evergreens that will remain green. And lots of yellows and golds and things. But the sun is actually out across the lake right now, so it looks very lovely. So I am just going to put this piece onto my card base, Lost Lagoon standard card base. Not sure if I mentioned that or not. And then I also have a Lost Lagoon stylish shape circle for the frame for this guy. Just going to put that right onto there. And then I'm going to pop this guy up with some dimensionals. If I can get them off the sheet here. I remembered to bring a new sheet of dimensionals up with me. I can't do more crafting than this over the weekend, because that's all I brought. There might be some in the drawer. I wasn't sure. I hadn't looked, and I was at home and I thought, oh, I was getting low on dimensionals. Just grab some and take them up. So I grabbed that piece. Okay, could do this. Let's switch this up a little bit, shall we? And put this down here. Just want to see though. Then I'm going to cover over some of this. Yeah, I'm going to cover the tree a little bit. Maybe it's better when I only cover the stems. So we'll do it the same way. Up there. And then this can go on here. Okay, that's good there. Now this, because this has already got dimensionals, I don't want dimensionals too close to this. So I'm going to start about there and do that. And then I'll just put a little bit of glue, liquid glue on the top of that, just to sort of hold it in place. And this will be up towards the top. Just hold it. Right about right about there. Okay, there we go. And then I'll come in. I use these on the other part and I think they really work. These are the gold textured dots. So nice and bright, clear gold, very, very autumn kind of feeling. Could be kind of Christmas feeling, could be, depends on what's around it, right? But we're putting autumn around it, so it'll make you think autumn, won't it? Maybe, hopefully, that's my goal. Okay. So there's 3 sizes of these. Maybe we'll do one of each size on this. There we go. Excuse me. Talking too much, getting dry. Okay. Get this back into the package here. Some of these, I don't know, sometimes I take these gems out and they just zip right back in, and other times they fight with me. There we go. Okay, excuse me, I'm just gonna grab a little sip of water here before we move on. See, that helps. Okay, and then while we are here and we are all now, I do need to I do need to clean this. This still has cherry cobbler on it. So let's not put the cherry cobbler ink into the Lost Lagoon ink. Just bit of a clean off. There we go, and my Lost Lagoon ink, and then I also have, this is for the inside of the card. Lost Lagoon it's one of those in-between colors. You would see a pen here. You could just write on there, or you could add an inner layer. So I am going to add an inner layer. That, and then I'm going to do that. There we go. Okay, and I'm going to just clean this off again while I'm here because I am going to use these in the cherry cobbler again. Okay, that's all good, and then we will just put this on the inside of our card. See, if I was, a wise woman, I would have my inside piece of cardstock and my envelope ready every single time I make a card, and then I wouldn't have to do it later. I tend to do it in batches, though. I gather all the cards and I stamp a bunch of envelopes, and then I just sort of mix and match and put them all together. But anyway, there we go. Card number 1. Complete, complete, complete. It even has an envelope. Look at that. Like it is, that's the whole package right there. There you go. Okay. I do have a second card somewhere in here. And there was supposed to be, so I have some of the pieces here. I thought I would change the shape. I thought I'd try it on this. And then I had a bunch of cardstock strips that, oh, I see some of them. Hopefully they're all here. 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. Okay, 4 cardstock strips. So I am going to bring back, because I forgot about the pecan pie, but that's okay. We'll just use these 4 colors. But bringing back those strips, and I'm going to come in for this one and stamp tone on tone. So first one is Mossy Meadow. It's going to stamp, same stamp, just on a strip. I'm just gonna stamp this guy randomly, forward and back on there. Oop. Maybe even come in a little bit like this. And again, some of this is going to get covered, but just trying to make it look a little interesting. So this is an extra card. If you place an order with me this week, minimum $40. I will send you the card kit to make the 3 cards that I share, and this is not one of the standard of the 3. However, if you would like the kit to make this, all you have to do is share any one of my videos from this week, and then I will also include this card in your kit. And if you're not ordering this week, but you share my video, then I will put your name in a draw, and perhaps you will be the recipient of this card coming in the mail. And for those of you that got the cards, when we did Golden Greenery a few weeks ago, I had this nice little insert that I had made thanking you for supporting my business. And for some reason, when I went to put my second set of cards away, I noticed that all the inserts were in those cards. So everybody that I sent cards to that week got a plain random card with absolutely nothing from me inside. So I apologize. Hopefully you remembered that you had been watching my videos and you had tossed your name in the hat, so to speak, to possibly be sent a card, and that was the card. And so I will try and be a little bit more organized on that one this time. And I have an insert because I want to leave the card blank so that you can use it and send it on to someone else. Or you could use it to create part of your own or a version of your own, or it's your card, you can do whatever you want with it. But I did want to include something so that people knew that that was the card from me. But I'll try to do better in the future. Got the oak leaves going on here. Oops, kind of going on. Apparently we missed a little bit there. The beauty of these photopolymer stamps and this random sort of inking and things is that if you mess up, you can kind of just go back and go over the general area, and it will probably be good enough because it is all just ever so slightly random. Okay. You're wondering why I didn't quite go to the very bottom of that. It's because these are longer than I need. So they are 1-inch strips that I'm using, and I'm going to cut them. I have a very vanilla base that I'm going to put them on that you will see in just a moment. And I'm going to cut them 1/4 of an inch shorter than that. So that's why I'm not fussing about getting to the end, because I know the paper is, excuse me, little boy. Here comes my helper. Yes, okay, right through. Keep going. Oh, no, 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 you shouldn't sit here. Felix, do you know you are a little bit in the way? Just helping. Didn't really need to see what I was doing anyway, I'm sure. Okay. I almost, Oscar almost stuffed it in the ink pad the other week when I was crafting. I was like, no, let's not have cat paws in the ink. Okay, you, keep going, keep going. There you go. Okay, now I am going to bring in this little trimmer, and I'm going to make these 3 3/4 inches. So here's, oh, I should stamp that while I'm at it, shouldn't I? Sorry, one more thing to stamp before we start chopping. So I use Lost Lagoon again. This, yeah, it's going to go off the edges slightly. That's okay. There we go. Now we are ready to get this. Okay, so these strips, I'm going to cut them. I have a, a memory like a sieve. So one of these are the same size right now. They're both 5 by 3 3/4. They're going to stay the same size too. Just saying. But again, I'm going to go back and put a little bit of stamping onto one of them here. We'll just add this right there, and that will be for the inside of the card again. Okay, now I think I'm ready. Oh, good grief, I make no promises. Okay, so this is 5 by 3 3/4, and these are 1, and I'm going to cut them at 3 1/2. So there will be some gaps, and there is some extra. 3 1/2. Bring this guy in, and then we just need to figure out what order we want the colors in. I don't know whether it matters what order the colors go in or not. I think it could look great any old way, but these are probably the two brightest. These are the two darkest. So I think sort of dividing them that way might work well. So here's what we're going to do, because we're 4, not 3. It's always easier to sort of get your spacing if you have 3, but we have 4. So I'm going to get these ready to go. Get them relatively quickly and maybe still have a little bit of wiggle room before things dry too much, in case I need that. We'll see. Okay, so they're ready to go. And I'm going to start on the outsides. So I'm going to set this down right about there. And roughly similar, give or take. There we go. Okay, flip it over, give it a nice press on the back. Go. And here, this is Nested Essentials dies, and so it's another one of those die sets that has lots of layers, which I love. Oh, I did do a sentiment for this one. Same sentiment, and again, I did the stamping and the fussy cutting and then gluing it down and fussy cutting again. And I did that in advance. So so again, you don't have to watch me. think we'll stick with the top left for the images and bottom right for the sentiments. It seems to be working. I'm gonna press him down. I'm going to put the card onto the card base at this point, just so I can kind of see exactly where I want my sentiment. Because if you look at this guy, the sentiment just kind of, it almost dangles over, and on this one, it does in fact dangle over a little bit. Just need that little bit extra because the sentiment is fairly long for this card. Okay, so we'll put this down and then we'll be able to see exactly where we're going with it all. Right. There. I really like these 4 colors with the tone-on-tone stamping. This one, see, I didn't make this in advance, so now I'm looking at it going, oh, I really like this. This is working. It's telling someone how sometimes on my videos, I'm so very amazed at how things are turning out because I haven't made it in advance. And so I don't honestly know exactly how it's going to look. And as I'm doing it, you've probably felt this yourself as you make the card and it comes together and you're really liking the way it's looking. It's like, oh, I like this. Oh, this is looking really good. Oh, this is super cute, or this is very elegant, or this is, whatever it is. And you're not incredulous, but just, amazed because you hadn't seen it before and now you're seeing it for the first time. It's like, oh, wow, I really like that. No, that's me. There. Okay, now I've just about covered over all of the crushed curry here, so I'm not entirely convinced that these gems would be as perfect as something else. Let's see what else we have here. We have, these are the blooming pearls. And they are gold. We could go gold. Ooh, that might work. Let's do that, shall we? Okay, so we're gonna put these, and I might even put these on here because I think they will show up. This is not, it's not as busy as the other paper, so you will see this. Go right in a row. No, I don't think I should go. And this other one should be up in more, one should be out more there. I think that'll work there. Won't it? This guy really big. Put him back. Oh, down. We go. Here. Tell you what we're gonna do. We're gonna go right like that. There we go. Okay. So this card is not one of the 3 that I'm sharing this week per se, but you can get this card in your kit. All you have to do is share one of my videos. And if you share my video, then I will also put your name in the hat. And you may be the recipient of one of these cards. So please share my video, and then I would like to send you a card to thank you for that. Oh, you like it too. Thanks, Lorna. Yeah, it's different. It's very different from this. I do love this paper. I think this turned out really well, but that's a nice look too. So there you go. What am I gonna do? Let's see if we can get these all into the camera here. I'll just stick that guy down there. This was the original one. That's the one I made today. And everybody's crooked, but it's all good, right? Okay. So let me just do this. There we go. I'm back. So those are the cards for today. The cards for today from yesterday. Thank you for stopping by. Thank you for hanging out with me. I really appreciate it. I hope you like the cards, and I hope to craft together with you in just a couple hours. I'll be back at 7 o'clock tonight for Connie's Craft Along. So if you have not cut for that, that went out and is also should be on my social media. I'm sure I sent it. I'm going to go double check though. Watch my Great Stamping with Connie Facebook page. I will put it up there just in case as a reminder. Hope to see you at 7 o'clock Eastern time tonight. Take care, everyone. Bye for now.